Hello and welcome to Body Balance Institute. We are here with some programming for you because you might be holed up in your house right now and we really want to encourage you to move. So we are offering this series of videos for you. This one is going to be on the roller, and my trusty partner and master trainer here, Cheryl, is going to help us. She's going to be teaching and I'm going to be doing. So we really hope you enjoy. So stay tuned. Here we go.
So we're going to start on how do you get on the roller. So from either seated or standing, we'd like for you to sit just on the tail of that roller. And by the way, if you have a half roller, you can do most of this work as well. She's going to sit and she's going to walk her spine down all the way. And once you're down, make sure that your head is completely on the edge of the roller and you can suit your bum all the way towards the edge. Yes? Take those arms, and once you're there, reach the arms up towards the ceiling and just take a moment to let the spine start to melt into the roller with breathing. Start to walk your legs into where you need them to be aligned for you. If you need more balance, it's okay to have the legs a little wider than the hips, but try to have them balanced, whatever's easiest for you. Continue to breathe, Vicki, and let the spine melt. Feel the collarbone melt and feel the shoulders melt and wrap around that roller. I'd like for you to start by just lowering those arms down without touching the mat. And then lift those arms straight up with breath. Start to incorporate upper body movement with your breath and find the stability through her spine as she breathes. As you breathe. And And we're going to do one more. We're going to stick with a series of 3 that we did in some of the other videos, and let your arms come all the way down to the mat. Let them rest. For stability, again, your hands can be out wider if you need them for more stability, more core work, more balance. Challenge, bring your arms in closer to the roller. Let's start by some toe taps. Lift your right leg up and just let that lower leg relax for me for just a moment. Let's see if we can find a very stable pelvis and lower that leg towards the floor and then lift the other one up. And then lower it down. As you continue this, we'll do 3 sets. Your goal is to keep deep breath, find the stability of the spine and the pelvis on the roller. And one last set. And now we'll add a little challenge. I'm going to ask her to lift the right leg up and then reach the left arm just a few inches away and lower them both down and lift the other side. And as you slowly start to lift both opposite leg and opposite arm, slowly lower down. Find the quiet again from the pelvis through the body and use your breath. And the arms can just hover the mat. If you feel unstable on that roller, just lift it a couple of inches. Any little bit of movement is going to help challenge your core. And last one. The arms are going to stay stable. Really feel the activation of the shoulder blades wrapped around that roller. Lift one leg into tabletop now for me and lift the other. We're going to go into some double arcs. Oh, this will stabilize, hopefully, or wake up some low abdominals. Let the lower legs relax and let just those toes reach towards the floor. Give me a nice exhale as you lift up. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. Try not to touch the floor. Challenging yourself. We'll do one more of those. Down and lift. Drop one leg down at a time and come down. Did that wake you up a bit? I hope. She's waking up. So pubic bone towards the belly button. Let's start with some articulated bridges and continue all the way up. Now, if flat back bridges are better for you, go into a flat back bridge, but we'll articulate for now. Pubic bone to belly button. Oh, yeah, I got some of those earlier. And you may.
By the way.
Yes. Especially if if you've been working out a while.
Especially if you have. So maybe if I had a hamstring cramp, I
Uh-huh.
would
Stretch.
straighten
And we'll have
flex
her
my
point and
foot,
flex the ankle to start. Yeah?
just in case you have a hamstring cramp.
Yes, just in case. And then you can also try to walk those ankles in a little bit closer underneath the knees and see if that will give you a little extra support on the way up. So let's walk your ankles in a little bit more. Good. Pubic bone to belly button. See if we can get those glutes activated pretty quick. Help those hamstrings out and come all the way up. Any better?
Much better.
Good. And articulate down. So placement here can help you quite a bit. And one more. Curl all the way up, up, up. And come all the way down. Now we're going to do some abdominal curls because we need to wake up the abdominals, right? The low abdominals especially. So reach the arms up to the ceiling, palms face away, and we're going to do a chest lift. Lift your head, neck, and shoulder. Exhale, and let your eye gaze fall towards the top of the knee. Roll back down, one vertebrae at a time. And reach over. Curl up. Really find the softening of the chest as you curl up. And come back down. Reach back up overhead. And last one, soften the chest, blow that air out. Really find that wake up in those deep low abdominals. And come back down. And let your hands rest right by your side. Now, a nice way to relax your spine is just go side to side, the whole spine. Not a shift, not a lateral, but just like you're gonna roll off and roll off. And from there, you can roll off gently then. Floor's not too far. There you go, and come all the way down to the mat. Very nice. Good, so I'm gonna have her center back into that mat and slide this right up under her knees. Good, so we did a partial bridge to wake up. Now we're gonna go into some full bridging without this, because we're going to come back later and do some bridge work. Arms down by your side, lift in a flat neutral bridge, come back down. Two more, lift up, come down, and last one, lift up, stay up, and roll that roller underneath your sacrum. You are nice and steady. Good. You should be between the waist and the tailbone. You should not be on any of those two parts. And to be able to check where you belong, bring one knee up at a time in the tabletop and see if that feels okay. Feel good? If it doesn't, you bring your feet back down and you find another position for you. We're going to raise the legs towards the ceiling and we're going to point through the foot to start 3 sets of scissors. Drop one leg straight down and switch. And you want to keep the legs straight, and it doesn't matter how deep or long these scissors are. Small ones work too. And come up, and both legs back up. Flex at the ankles now. Make it half that distance. Drop and walk for me. A nice long walk. Big stride. And last one, both legs together. Heels together, toes apart, and point through the feet. Open out no wider than your mat, and close. And open, and close. And you can play with a lot of tempo here to wake up the inner thighs, but we're staying in the range of the mat first. So let's do some heel beats. And go, beat, beat, beat. And you can play with the ankles. Beat, 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 beat. And beat, 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 beat. And one more, beat, beat, and hold. Now flex at the ankles. Go out as wide as you can to stretch those inner hamstrings. And circle around. Oh, there goes the plant. We're going to have Vicki make a shorter circle. And all the way around. The plant and knee. And up. And one more time. Yes, that's exactly right. Now let's get some hamstrings. Let's have the legs right up here. Flex, open them out as wide as you can. And come back to the center. Now let's leave them up to the top and open them the distance of the roller. So both legs up. Yeah, she wants to do helicopter. There you go. Point the feet. Exhale, come back in. Inhale, flex out. Point, come back in. So we get this whole medial lovely work and stretching at the same time. Now we're going to go into some helicopter. Now our helicopter won't crash. 2 scissors. 1, 2, circle around. And 1, 2, circle around. 1, circle around, and hold. Good. Bring both knees in, bend the knees. Knees right over the hips. We're going to go into some bicycle. One leg goes way out, and then the other. And lengthen and let the toes just graze the floor of the mat. So you get that full length in the front of the hip. Last one, and bicycle the other direction. Reach through that hip. Good. And one more. Play with your ankles and let your legs rest. Drop both legs down, one at a time, to the mat. She's going to lift her hips and slide the roller underneath her knees where we started. How's that feel? Good? Oh, good, because we're in our bridging now. So I'm going to ask her to place the arches of her feet now on top of the roller. The first set, we're going to be nice and even. And remember what I said earlier about cramping. So if you bring your ankles closer under your knees, that might help you a bit. Okay? Palms down. So this is level 2 bridging. We did level 1 with the feet on the floor. Level 2, lift your hips flat back up and articulate down. So we're going to mix up the spine. You can always stay in a flat back or just articulate, whatever your preference. Doing good? Lift up and articulate down and take a rest. And now we're ready for level 3. And she's going to stretch those legs and hamstrings first. Yeah, she knows what's coming. Now, we're not trying to take the legs all the way out. So remember, when we roll the roller, it's going to be just a couple of inches. It could be 1. That would work. Lift those hips straight up. Roll it, pull it back in. Roll it, keep those hips up. In, we are on 3. Come in, hold it, and articulate down, side to side. Now take your knees and just let them go side to side. Another hamstring stretch. Lengthen both legs out. And yes, nice. Yeah, we're going to roll up. Because having the roller under the feet actually helps our roll up. So we're going to zip our legs together, flex our feet, reach our arms back, lift head, neck, and shoulder, and blow that air out. Lovely. And now we are going to come up and we're going to go into some cat-cow kneeling. So will you kneel for me with your head facing the direction of the roller? We're going to place this roller where you've got some mobility, and your hands will be placed shoulder width apart, knees under the hip, and really let this feel good for you. Lengthen out your arms and roll that roller out. Whatever your hands in position, there you go. And then as you come in, pubic bone to belly button, curl up as you bring that roller. You may start with forearms, maybe. Try that. Put your forearms on it and roll out. And then roll in, and that gives you a little bit more in the hands, right? And then come down on the forearms and really lengthen. Be that beautiful cat. And come all the way up. She's now going to move the roller to the edge, and we're going to do some nice extension work for the upper back. And so placing her hands out wide on the forearms, and her forehead is going to look at the ground, but don't let your head rest. And if you need a little towel under your forehead to keep it comfortable, do so. With the pinky finger reaching towards the ground, she's going to lift her heart and glide that roller up and in. Beautiful. And come back down. Good. Letting her head and neck follow her heart. Lift up. The eye gaze will follow like it's watching a marble along the wall and the floor. Coming back down. And one more. And come all the way up. And all the way down. Her hands are now going to come underneath her shoulders. She's going to come back into a nice child's pose and rest. And then I'm going to do another extension, which is nice. She's going to turn around. And you're going to, yes. And we're going to place this right below her shoulder blades. And her hands will be behind her head, elbows where you can see them, and the elbows stay quiet as she goes in some beautiful extension. Now, the more the elbows come in towards your face, Vicki, you'll be able to find a little more extension back. Yes. There you go, because we've made room now, so that spine can move. Look at that. And then exhale as you draw up. So 2 nice ways to do extension. And this is lovely in case you don't like to be on your stomach. And come back up. Good. And one last one. Doing okay?
Right.
Good. And come back up. She's going to take her legs all the way out in front of her. Zip up the legs, flex. Arms are going to come out, and she's going to roll all the way up. Beautiful. And she's going to flip around for me. And just for a last piece of some nice stretching, would you just sit with your feet all the way out in front like we were going to roll down again, just so they could see your beautiful face instead of go back. And this is a lovely way, with the hands here, drop your chin and roll all the way down and really get some nice stretching across those toes, yeah? Good. And then come all the way in, stack it up nice, and go back down, all the way, and take the sides of the roller as you go down. Yes. Now I'm gonna ask her to take that roller right up over her chest, and just rotate the roller. So it's right now it's side to side. Will you rotate so your hands, one's over your head and one's over your belly? Beautiful. And rotate to the other direction. Just so we can add a little bit more rotation in our workout today with the roller as we finish up. Good. One more time. Then hold it where you started. Take a breath in, zip up those feet, flex, lift head, neck, and shoulder. Roll all the way up. And let you close. There you go. Nice stretch. And stack it up. We hope that you found that this roller workout can work for you. Almost everything can be adapted to a half roller if that's what you have. Make use of whatever you have. It certainly feels good. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.